As the founders of Surefoot, Bob and Russ Shea are obsessed with creating the perfect ski boot for you because they know that a properly fitted custom ski boot will make you a better skier, whatever level you're at. Surefoot, better fitting, better skiing.
Dude.
Couldn't be more on.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Freeride Guide. We're here in Whistler, BC, Canada, and the mountain is open. It is snowing, and we're getting fired up for the upcoming Freeride World Tour season, Natural Selection Tour, and, of course, the Freeride World Tour World Championships.
Yeah, FIS Freeride World Championships, first time ever.
So what we're doing here is this isn't the official start of the Freeride Guide season, but it's kind of a little appetizer for you. We wanted to set the table for some of what you're going to expect. We're fired up for a great season. So we're just here to kind of wet your whistle and get you ready for the full stuff, for the full event. So before we get started, we're glad you're here. If you haven't yet, make sure you're following the Freeride Guide. You can get it on any podcast app. You can watch it on YouTube. It's on the Low Pressure Podcast channel, our sister channel. Didn't really make sense to create another YouTube channel, so we're just going to have it all in one spot. All the skiing, all the good stuff. And we'd appreciate it if you'd click that subscribe button, follow, give us a review.
Smash it. Let's go.
And we want to give a big thanks to a returning sponsor. Surefoot Skiing is sponsoring the Freeride Guide once again. Surefoot custom ski boots, fitting you for custom boots, heated liners, orthotics. We've both been customers of Surefoot for a long time, so pretty stoked to have them on board. If you're in Canada and you have access to Forecast Ski Magazine, there's a great article.
On Surefoot Sam and Sam McDonald making the big time. It's so sick to see that. Like he has put so many people in so many boots over the years here in Whistler. Like truly making a difference to people's feet, to their skiing enjoyment, and seeing that recognition that he's getting now finally in the industry, other than just locally and here in Whistler, where everyone's like, yeah, you got to go see Sam. He'll dial you in. His staff is the best. But seeing that article is so cool. Like, he's getting finally some props bigger than just the community here. It's like going out to the whole snow sports world, and so well deserved.
For the last 20 years, he's been the guy who's hooked up all of your favorite skiers from Whistler. Absolutely, he's the guy to go to. So big shout out to Sam McDonald at the Whistler Surefoot location, and thank you, Surefoot, for sponsoring the Freeride Guide and Freeride athletes. Firsthand, you're the coach of the Whistler Freeride Club, and some of your coaches actually work at that shop.
Totally, they're in there fitting boots. It's actually so good to have a boot fitting staff of high-end skiers and coaches. They know how skiing works. They know how the body connects to the ski through the boot and how important that connection is. And all the pieces, the custom orthotic, the liners where the foam just wraps your foot like it's a little duvet. It's just locked in. You move your foot, even a twitch, and your ski's moving. Having staff like that are fitting boots is so clutch, so critical.
And it's not just the Whistler location, too. I've been to Surefoots all over the place. Surefoot has 29 locations across the U.S. and Canada and Europe. So I almost guarantee you go in there, somebody who knows what they're doing because they do it are going to be able to make your feet feel good. As you know, ski boots are a long-term investment in your skiing experience, and Surefoot is there to educate your decision by listening to one of those guys. So don't just take our word for it. Go and experience the Surefoot difference for yourself. Surefoot. Heck yeah.
Do yourself a favor. Seriously, do it. Just go do it. You will never, ever once regret it.
Yeah, no, it's great too, because I'll go in and get a new pair of boots, and I'm like, so I need. He's like, I know. He knows what part, where he has to punch it, where he has to add a piece of foam or a pad. He's been doing my
Yeah,
boots
you got
for-
skinny ankles like I do.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a little filler. You
Little
got to
fill-
hold
yeah.
it in there, right? You don't want your heels
You gotta
lifting
punch
up.
out the 6 toe on this boot more than this boot. Like, he knows my foot better than I do, which is
Yeah, love it.
yeah. So Surefoot, we also have a brand new sponsor, which I'm really excited about. Head Tyrolia is the official ski binding partner of
Freeride World Tour.
and the Freeride Guide.
Ah, sick.
It's like double announcement. So the Head Tyrolia is the official ski partner, or they're one of their main sponsors of the Freeride Guide. They've actually also signed on as partner of the Freeride World Tour through 2028. Partnership includes pro level events as well as the first ever FIS Freeride World Championships, which we're going to talk about in a few moments. And I couldn't be more stoked because Head has a lot of athletes on tour.
Oh, we got to talk about one of them. Max Hitzig just signed for Head. Head is making moves out there. They're
Right.
signing the Freeride World Tour. They're signing the Freeride Guide. They're signing the man who's coming back to defend his title after injury. Like, they are making moves out there,
So
and
the-
pretty sick to be involved and have them come on board as a sponsor, supporting what we're doing. Some talking story about freeride skiing. Yeah, extremely exciting. Super grateful to Head for jumping on board.
Yeah, because they've had a lot of athletes on the tour over the years. They were from Hedvig. Now they've got Max.
Well, they've got
Abel and Carl.
Yeah, it's Jenna.
Jenna,
Like, there's
yeah.
so many of them. That team is stacked, and they just seem to have a knack for like picking up new talent, like hot new talent, and also just supporting people that are at various stages of the journey. It's cool to see and to jump on board with them, to have them taking on the Freeride World Tour as a title sponsor, for us to be on at the same time. It's pretty cool. It feels like a nice symmetry there.
Yeah. So thanks to Head Tyrolia for sponsoring the Freeride Guide. Right now, Out of the Ordinary, their team film, their third ever team film. It's a full-length team film. It's fantastic. That just got released on YouTube. So if you're watching this and you want to get fired up, go watch the Head Free Ski team film, Out of the Ordinary. You can get it on the Head Free Ski YouTube channel right now. It's really, really good. Jeff Thomas, legendary filmmaker.
Ledge.
He does like 3 or 4 every year. He told me it's probably one of his best films he's ever made.
Whew. That's a big statement.
Yeah. He told me that in the summer. I was like,
Coming
for
from
real?
the Wolverine.
He's like, absolutely. So go check that out. So thanks, Surefoot, and thanks to Head for allowing us to continue talking about freeride. And obviously, we wouldn't be able to do it without you guys listening here. So I want to tell you that it's back. The backslap is back. So whether we totally blew a take, didn't know what you're talking about, you don't agree with us at all, you think we backslapped, we want to hear from you. If we're doing a great job and everything that we have to say is exactly what you want to hear, even if you didn't know it and you want to give us a slap on the back, do it.
Yeah, send it. We love that.
Yes. So the backslap,
Kind of like the other ones too, though. I don't mind the heat.
Yeah,
we're
no,
ready.
yeah.
Bring us the smoke. We're ready for it.
Every once in a while, yeah. We've had a couple. So the backslap line is back. Back at backslap email. It's backslap@freerideguidepodcast.com. That's backslap@freerideguidepodcast.com. We need you to send us your emails, your questions, your comments. We want to hear them because we read them on the show every week. If you have a thought or anything, send it in. We'll read a lot of them on the show, and we want you guys to be engaged.
Yeah, love those hot takes.
Yeah, the hot takes. All right, so like I said, this one's kind of a little quick one. Just to wet your whistle. What should we get into? Should we get into the calendar?
Let's talk about the calendar. Yeah, we've got a busy schedule this year. 7 events. Last year we were 6. A couple of years before that we were 5. This thing's growing. We're starting off in Spain again. The Fiesta, Freeride Fiesta, kicking things off in Baquera. The place is insane, and there's snow in the Pyrenees, so
Yeah,
I'm
it's nuking
already
there right now,
getting
yeah.
fired up for that one because it's been a minute. Like last year, it was touch and go. We had to go out into the Baquera Valley to find a venue.
So you had the face slide, and then the year before the face slid.
Oh yeah, well the year before it was totally canceled. It was just
Yeah,
grass.
right.
And then the year before that, the face slid. We got it off, but there were some like real weird parts of the venue. So really, in our FWT history in that zone, we've had one real good one and then a bunch of scrambles.
Yeah.
So already loading up on snow. Watch Abel Moga's Instagram right now. He is getting it. Like he is scoring.
Europe is crushing right now.
Yep.
Which is
big time.
Yeah, the FOMO's
good for them, I guess.
yeah, like we're kind of in the middle, and then
we're okay in Whistler. I think the rest of North America is kind of on struggle street right now, but it's coming. But anyway, there's snow in the Pyrenees, and we're going first to Becerra in Spain, and it's looking good. That Bass of her face it's like. It's new, but it's already kind of got legend status. You know, it's like pretty legendary. We've seen some really impressive action on it. It's right in the resort and the amphitheater there, the natural amphitheater for the spectators, like the rowdiest spectators on the tour by far. That is a call out for everyone else that doesn't live in Spain to up your game for spectating level of
or if you're
engagement.
Anywhere near Spain, go there.
Yeah, go get it.
It was awesome.
It's so good. So we're starting off there.
Yeah, starting off there. Next up is in Val Thorens in France. January 24th to the 29th. This is the second edition. Last year's was great.
Yep.
Absolutely fantastic. And they've got a ton of snow right now as well. So, you know, a lot can happen in the next, I guess, 2 months. But if they've got that base, that's the thing that is kind of hit and miss with Andorra, with Becerra in the Pyrenees, and even in Europe, is the last few years they haven't had that really good base to work with. It had snowed and it saved it a lot, but when you get that good early base that gets set up, then there's a lot of stress off.
Oh yeah, lock it in, and then even if the surface conditions aren't like ideal come comp day, you got coverage. You can still have an event. And over the course of a season, you're going to get some POW ones, you're going to get some hard pack ones, but what we can't have is grass ones and just straight rocks. Like it's got to have that coverage, and it is like you said, it's looking good already in Europe. Valto, like it was the triumphant return of World Tour Freeride to France. Yeah, it had been a while. I think 2017 Chamonix, or maybe 2018 was the last time. This is a pretty big gap for a country that's pretty high in the pantheon of freeride. You know, you think about Chamonix, La Grave, Val Thorens, like those places are synonymous with freeride and skiing and snowboarding, and even back to the 80s when it was extreme skiing.
Yeah.
You know, so it was cool to see, and again, the crowd was nuts. Like if you've ever watched a World Cup downhill, mountain bike downhill in France, you know the crowds go buck wild. Like they got the flares out, the tricolor flare. Like it's pretty cool, and they were hungry for it. So it was good to see. And that resort's awesome. Yeah. Part of the 12 LA complex is massive.
I'm pretty pumped because I think I'm coming to this one. Yeah, it's been a couple years since I made it to an event outside of Canada. Unfortunately, we'll get to it, but Kicking Horse isn't happening this year. Heading to Val Thorens, the pro. And then directly after that, I'll be heading to the World Championships in Andorra, which is the following week. But we're going to put that one on pause because it's kind of the same. It's kind of part of it, but it's also separate. So we're going to treat it.
Yeah, let's rip through the FWT calendar, and then we can give that its own space.
So we start off with Becerra Barrette, January 16th to the 21st. Val Thorens Pro, January 24th to the 29th. Then we've got the World Championships. Then a little bit of a break, and then the mission to Georgia. The mission to Georgia, February 22nd to 28th. I don't know about you. Last year, obviously, we ended up doing an extra episode because you guys had to wait so long for the event.
We almost ran. Like we were up there, like ready to go, and then they were like, "Okay, we just quickly have to bomb the face," and like boom.
So you guys were there for a long time, so we ended up putting out a little bonus episode. But I think that's one of my favorite events to watch. I'd love to get to that one, but I don't think that's in the cards for this year. I wanted to go the first year, but we'll see what happens. So Georgia Pro, the 50-hour mission travel for you.
Yeah, 50 mission cap. Put that on to get there, man. It's far. Yeah, Georgia is far. But once you're there, like it's, the mountains, the Caucasus Mountains are nuts.
Yeah.
Like so nuts. They're so big. The elevation is pretty high, but like unlike a lot of high elevation places, maybe, it snows a lot. like a lot. You know, everything's round. It's all like Chili Tom style, just like bloop, bloop, marshmallow land. On these humongous peaks. Like everything around the ski resort in Mestia is your like sore neck looking straight up. And the venue there is awesome. It's delivered, you know, we've been there 2 years, both years.
Two great years.
It's delivered, yeah. So looking forward to seeing what the riders are going to do with that again.
Yep. Following that is the Fieberbrunn Pro, the classic Vilsey Loader face from from March 5th to the 10th. It's been a couple of years since we've had an epic one.
Yeah, and that's the cut. Sorry, I didn't mean to. I was making hand gestures.
Yeah, the cut.
Like
I didn't see what you were doing there. And then,
there.
the cut. And then after that, we bring it back to Alaska with the Yeti Alaskan Pro, March 15th to the 22nd. If you want to learn a bit more about that, why Kicking Horse isn't happening anymore, and why Alaska is a thing, you can check out one of the last episodes from last season, April 30th. I did an interview with the president, CEO of the FWT, Nico Hale Woods, so you can get all that information there. What do you know about Alaska?
Well, I was just thinking, like, there's already a ton of motivation for these riders to make the cut, right? You want to make it into next year. You want to get to Verbier for the extreme. Like, that's a huge thing. Now they have this added motivation of getting to heli ski in Haines, Alaska. Like, dude, everyone's going to be so fired up all season long, pushing to make it to that, to get through the cut and to get to go to Alaska, you know, essentially like all expenses paid. I mean, this is the dream.
Well, I was asking about you.
Oh yeah. Well, I'm going to be there. I will see if I get to ski. Like, it is heli access. So I don't know if lowly commentators are going to get to do heli laps. But I'm going to bring my gear and then just stow away in a basket, whatever it takes to get up there and put a lap in on one of those spine lines. Right? But we had Haynes on the tour before I started as a commentator.
15, 16, 17, I think it was.
Yeah, and some of the most memorable moments, some of the most iconic moments in competitive freeride were, came out of that. The snow is big, the mountains are enormous. We're looking at like 4 or 5 minute runs. Like it's so long, these faces.
Oh, really?
Maybe I might have been making that up, but I like exaggeration is kind of my whole job.
But when something's so awesome, time seems to slow down. It seems like it's longer. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
And for the riders, the route finding aspect, visual inspection only, and everything there is convex, so it rolls away from you. So finding your line, actually holding on to where you mean to go, not skiing off anything by accident or missing features. They talk about in Verbier, Andrew Pollard, like, kind of famously was like, it's all panels. It's the steepest at the top, and then it gradually panels out shallower and shallower and shallower. And one of the benefits of that, not to take anything away from the gnar of the back, you can see to the bottom from the top. Those Alaskan mountains, it's not like that. It bubbles over, it rolls, it's convex. So the route finding and actually picking the line and then executing what you picked is going to be so hard for a lot of the athletes that have never been on a situation like that. Yeah. So I think it's gonna go off. It's gonna be really exciting to watch. And we're looking at like 4 categories of the best snow sports athletes in the world. It's going to be so fun to see what they do with that. Yeah. Because I really, sorry, I interrupted you, but I do have one more thing. Yeah. I think the sport has evolved since the last time we were in Alaska. I think the athletes have evolved and what they're doing has evolved. So to see that new crop, that new talent level, that new, like, just burning hunger level of the current athletes on tour, get to take that on, I think is going to be really exciting.
Yeah, I never thought about that. And actually, the fact, like,
we're spitting facts here on the Freeride Guide.
How many like double cork 720s were being thrown 10 years ago, right? How many double backflips were being thrown for men and from women back then? Yeah, right. No. Like, things are different now. I didn't think about that. That's awesome. I'm even more fired up. And then to cap off the whole regular scheduled season is the Yeti Verbier Extreme, which will be the week after. 6 days after, March 28th to April the 5th, and that's just the classic season ender. What can you say about that? That hasn't already been said. It's 26 years in a row.
Verbier is daddy.
Yeah. If to be honest with you, if I'm able to get back, I'd like to go back for that as well, because that was I've been once. It was awesome. Super fun. I went twice.
It's a special place. It's a really special
spot.
place. And that event, like the whole place turns out for it. It is, there's just so much history there. If you win that event, you're a god. Like you're in that, like the Mount Rushmore of Freeride. And it's not easy to do it. And we've seen over the years, like we've seen people get just right up to the edge and over it in pursuit of an extreme Verbier win.
Friend of the show, Raina Barkerud.
Oh man,
he has won.
He's
won it, but he almost won it again.
Yeah, he almost won it again. And then we've seen people like, really rise to the occasion. Marcus Gogan 2 years ago, opening up a brand new feature. Wei Tian last year, like huge. I can't think of last year's event without thinking about Cody Bramwell.
Yeah,
and just putting it down.
The wildest snipe, like with like almost less than a zero chance of like room for error.
Yeah, like certainly a less than zero chance of that going horrendous, and with like in a vice grip of pressure and just like rise to the occasion, get it done, like perform to your absolute human potential. It's so cool, and that place just brings it out like year after year after year, and it's been 30 years.
Yeah.
It's a big anniversary for Verbier, so it's pretty exciting.
All right. So that is the calendar. Bikira, Val Thorens, Georgia Pro, Fieberbrunn, Alaska. It's in Haines. And the Extreme Verbier in Verbier.
Yeah.
And then the World Championships. So a lot of people are probably wondering, I definitely was, I've had to ask a lot of questions. How does this fit into the overall, I guess, schedule? So what I've been told, the best way to explain it is it's a special freeride event. Not all of the riders from the Freeride World Tour will be competing. There will be riders from outside of the tour that have qualified. I don't have the exact details and everything for you now, but we're going to get into that later in the season. We'll have a real solid breakdown of the Freeride World the FIS Freeride World Championships, which are in Dora. So we'll do a pre episode, and then we'll do the regular recap, which we normally do. So basically, it's in Andorra, February 1st to 8th. So Derek, why don't you do your best to kind of explain what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, in the broadest strokes, it's a standalone event where someone will be crowned world champion. We have, at the end of every Freeride World Tour season, you have a Freeride World Tour champion. This is going to be a world champion. If you think alpine skiing, if you think downhill mountain biking or cross-country mountain biking, you go to this event. It's not connected to anything else. It's one off, and the winner of that event is world champ. So the qualification process is a little bit different from the Freeride World Tour. There will be riders from the tour there. The highest qualified or highest ranked riders from each nation from last year's Freeride World Tour 2025 will qualify automatically. Then they kind of go down the list. Every country has a certain allocation of potential athletes, so they go down into what we call the global seeding list. So if countries didn't get athletes qualified in from the tour, then they can get in off the global seeding list. So a good example of that is Jess Hodder. She is the highest globally ranked Kiwi freeride competitor. So Jess Hodder is going to be at the Freeride World Championships. Jess is not on the tour right now, not for lack of us trying to get her back on the tour, but she's crushing it at life, so good enough.
Yep.
But an opportunity for Jess to go to the very first ever FIS Freeride World Championships, that's a hard thing to say no to. So Jess is showing up. And then beyond that, there's if countries still haven't filled their quota of athletes, the national sporting organization can fill the remaining available spots. So there's a few athletes that are nominated by their national sporting organization, their country, say from Chile or the US, whatever. If they haven't filled their whole quota in each category, so that's ski, snowboard, men, women, then it'll get filled in. So there's a few levels, and then they even have beyond that a little handful of wild cards for some wild cards, and those wild cards are pretty sick. Like they're either designed to fill a need for a country, or to just raise the level of the event. So they're inviting, I mean, the wildcard list is kind of insane. I mean, we can go through it now. We're going to get deeper into it, but the wildcard list, ski men, I know it, man. I know.
You know it off the top of your head?
Yeah. Ski men, we've got Kai Jones. So, he was natural selection, Teton Gravity Research Film rock star, skier of the year. This guy, like, he, and a lot of people don't know this about Kai, but he came up through the IFSA junior freeride system.
Right.
He's not a film skier that's never competed. This kid grew up, cut his teeth in freeride competition. So he's definitely like the wildest of wild cards because he could come in and do damage in that field.
Right.
Ski women, we've got Manon Lowski.
Back into some freeride competition.
She won natural selection. She was on the tour for one season, absolutely blew our doors off. She did a 3 and a backflip in the same run. She tried a double backflip. She's like a style monster. If you haven't seen her latest clip on Instagram.
She won Standout Skier of the Year for her film in IF3 this year.
Unreal. And she's been in Finland skiing park right now, and like it's nuts what she's doing. Rodeo sevens, like these huge nose butter knuckle tricks. So stylish, so solid. And again, like did 1 year on the tour and just dropped the mic. Was like, I'm gonna
go do something else. And pop back in when I need to.
Full respect for that. Snowboard women, guess who's coming back? The queen. Mm-hmm. Like Marion Erti. Another one where they're like, oh, you don't want to do the tour, but maybe you want a piece of this brand new, super prestigious thing. She's like, hell yeah, count me in. I want to be the first world champ. And then on the snowboard men's side,
one of your favorites.
Yeah, man, this is so exciting to me. Blake Moeller, BMO, he is another one who won the Freeride World Tour and just walked away. Like, poof, mic drop. See you later. I'm going to go ride powder in Utah with my friends and film the sickest parts, and then get like invited to natural selection through the trials and then come second. Yeah. Like at the end, like this guy, he just blew up. He got to go heliboarding with Travis. Like he is like on the rocket ride. And it's of all of those wild cards, honestly, the biggest surprise to me is that Blake said yes. Because, because he is like the ultimate core lord. He's just like, oh, snowboarding, powder, that's all I want to do. Like get out with the filmers, ride with my friends, competition, don't care. But even he was enticed enough to set the hook and come. So it's such a sick field of wild cards that we're gonna see. And then we've got Johan Arasil, the Andorran shredder. He was on the tour last year.
He's gotten so many great local wild cards. So maybe this is a sign for some of you people that maybe want to move to Europe. Maybe settled in Andorra if you want to be competing in the Freeride World Tour. You got to be good enough. He's definitely good enough. But I'd say because there aren't a giant amount of free riders from Andorra. He's definitely benefited from.
Oh yeah, he's the man there. He is the guy for sure, and he's got that spot. The local wild card, like the organizer of the event, gets. They just get free reign. They can hand it out. And the fact that Johan was on the tour, he's going to be back on the challenges this year. He's hungry to get back on tour, so he's going to be there. And then you can go onto freerideworldtour.com and check out the full roster. But it's a solid crew of riders, and I'm. It's exciting. We see it in the mountain bike world. Like the World Cup goes on hold. Yeah. And everything turns to world champs. Right. And everyone's there, all the big dogs, all the heavy hitters in all categories. And it's like a big honor to win that, right? Yeah. And I'm really interested to see what we're going to do in freeride, because in mountain biking, you get the rainbow striped jersey, and you get to ride that for the whole rest of the year, like one calendar year, in every event that is sanctioned by UCI. Yeah. And then after that, you can have the stripes on the collar and the cuffs of your jersey for the rest of your career.
Oh, so, no way. Career?
Of your career.
Oh,
if you have been world champ, you get that. So I'm hoping that Foose is going to kind of, put the...
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised
with something,
because freeride, FIS, it's different from all of the other FIS disciplines. The rest of them are ski racing, skier cross, moguls, aerials. It's all these established, disciplines that are all operated similarly. Whereas this is that wild card, something brand new for them. It has a little bit more character, a little bit more pizzazz, a little bit more personality. So yeah, maybe That'd be cool. And obviously, all of the events, you get a different bib on.
Yeah, totally.
It's not just country colors. It's a bib, right? So I wonder what that's going to be like too, if they're going to have specific country bibs.
Oh yeah, maybe. I mean, there's so much we
Team
don't
Canada
know.
bibs, Team USA bibs, Argentina bibs. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, so we're gonna have to make a note of that and see what we can get some information on when that comes up. But like I said, I'm hopeful. Plan is to be there. It's gonna be a good time. There's gonna be 66 riders in total, and it's in Ordino, Arcolis, Andorra. And the weather window is February 1st to the 6th, 2026. So that's going to be lots of fun. And then we will get to the season rosters at the beginning in the new year. We're going to go through the full roster, cover any new news that pops up, bits and pieces that maybe we have left out. If you think we left something out, backslap at freerideguypodcast.com. And then we're going to go do what we always did and introduce you to the rookies and the wild cards and the non-rookies, so all the new riders to the tour, and explain to you kind of who they are, where they're from, and how they got onto the tour. You know a lot about that, and then also, we follow the challengers as well. And we are tight with the IFSA, and I think we're going to be working a little bit closer with them this year as well. So stay tuned for that. And, I think a couple of things I want to talk about. You talked about Max Hitzig on Head, our new sponsor. He's coming back, returning from injury. And you also mentioned when you win the Verbier Extreme, you're basically a god. But when you win it and you live there, so Sybille Blangeon, it was out with injury last year. She's coming back this year as well. So I can already tell we're getting fired up. You can tell we actually really, really enjoyed this. We haven't sat down and chatted Freeride in a while, so we're like getting ahead of ourselves. So this was just kind of a quick little one for you guys to let you know we're going to be back full steam right at the beginning of the new year. And we're going to set up the season. We're going to let you know who all the athletes are. We're going to answer all your questions. And we're going to do full recaps of all the events as we always do. So please make sure you're following us on the podcast app you're listening to, on YouTube, the Low Pressure Podcast YouTube channel. That's where we'll be. We're on Instagram as well. We'll be putting some news through our Instagram account, Freeride Guide.
Freeride Guide. Yeah, check us out. Stay locked in there, because everything that we know is just right onto Instagram. Yeah. We'll keep it's a nice little info portal.
Yeah, do our best, and we're gonna do. We'll have some guest hosts and guests like we had last year. We had Drew Tabke, we had Raina Barkrid. There's a few others which I think will be tapping in this year as well. Just to give their 2 cents and to participate because they love Freeride.
Yeah, get a little flavor.
Yeah, lots going on. We're only getting better. We're going into our 5th season of this. Originally
holy cow.
Yeah, I know, it goes quick, eh? Time flies when you're having fun. So, we're also, like I said, we got potentially some merch coming as well. I know I said that last year, but things take time, and life sometimes gets in the way.
It's limited edition right now.
Yeah, super limited edition. Anyways, so thanks everybody. Send us your emails to backslap at freerideguypodcast.com. My name's Mark Warner.
I'm Derek Foose.
Thanks to Surefoot, and thanks to Head Tyrolia for sponsoring the show this season. And we're going to talk to you guys sooner than you think.
This has been a Redmark Media production.